In this question, after we read the argument, we can proceed by term matching. Term matching works nicely when you have evidence and a conclusion drawn from that evidence. The way term matching works is that you imagine a list of keywords under evidence and a list of keywords under conclusion. Words that are on both lists tend to represent logical connections that have been made. Words that are unique to each list are logically hanging, and often assumption is needed to bridge the terms. Here we want to term match between the third sentence and the first two sentences. We know that because we can see the word therefore, which therefore introduces the conclusion, the third sentence, and therefore the first two sentences are evidence. Term matching, we have children on the left side and children on the right side, so those match up. On the first side, we have hours spent not reading and less experience reading. Those match up. But say, does after school hours match up with spare time? Not quite. What about the weekend, for example? So we could predict that's the answer. It has something to do with the mismatch between free time and after school time. There are two answers that are pretty close, B and C. B is closer to what we were expecting, possibly, but now that we see C, choice C is more critical. Let's find the objective grounds here. First, B. Does the argument depend on B? We can conclude that it doesn't. Video game players might have other opportunities to read, such as the weekend, but even if they read all weekend, if the other kids read all weekend too, the video game players are reading less. It's a relative thing. So B isn't that critical. C is for the same reason. We can see by negating it. If the other kids are not reading during after school hours, then the video game players are not falling behind on a second of reading relative to the other kids when they play video games. The correct answer is C.